Okay, I need an intro song. Brian, can you sing me in? Get out.
I don't know why my voice
that
so high.
was very good. Yeah, why do you choose to go so high?
I don't know. It just never came back down.
Yeah, it just wow. I'm impressed. You know, if you were younger, I would consider casting you for my next idol group, but
got a pretty crazy good falsetto.
Anyways, this is K-pop Daebak with Eric Nam. Welcome to episode 2. We are not yet canceled. We have survived. We've made it through. And I'm very proud of ourselves. Thank you to all 4 listeners. That's the 3 of us in this room and probably a stranger or the other brother, Eddie. That's probably about it. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this exists yet. And part of it is my own fear that this is going to tank so badly that I can't even post about it and publicize it. Because I can't deal with rejection. Yeah, this is it. K-pop Daebak with me, Eric Nam. Episode number 2. Welcome to the show. This is not really a news show. This is kind of a podcast where we talk about songs and stuff that's happening. BLACKPINK released a new EP. BTS released a new EP. Album. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry, Army. And I say that because I actually have not listened to the BTS album at all. And the reason is I wanted to do it here on this podcast and have a very, very honest reaction to it. I've been aware that it's been in the works forever, and whenever I see the guys, they're like, what are you up to? Like, we're working on this album, that's all we're doing. And so it's been built up in my head, but I haven't even been able to listen to it because I want this to be something cool for this podcast. Anyways, so yeah, maybe we can have some cool reactions. But anyways, in case you don't know, you guys can go ahead and follow us on all of our socials. It's called Daebak Show, Daebak, Daebak Show, SHOW, on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, as always, you guys can jump onto our podcast playlist on Spotify as well as our YouTube playlist where we have all the songs that we've mentioned on the show, as well as some of our favorites for the week and whatever we're listening to. So you guys can listen to that for any good songs. But what's been up with me? What have I been doing? Oh, yes, I just met with the Avengers, Hawkeye and Captain Marvel. Did that this morning. And I've been working on my song that releases in a few weeks. We're going to go shoot the music video this week. I've been jumping everywhere. And I just did a festival over the weekend. We did 2 shows, and so yeah, that's why I'm kind of all over the place today, but it's okay, because that's what you get, and if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, let's just jump into it. We're going to go into our first artist of the week, and it's 볼빨간사춘기. We're going to have a listen to what we think 볼빨간사춘기 looks like from somebody who's never heard 볼빨간사춘기. And jingle cue.
What do you think poem sounds
Bro,
like?
I can barely read Korean. Oh, 나만봄.
Yeah, so whatever you think 나만봄 sounds like.
나만봄.
Have you
What does that
realized
even mean?
this guy just goes up in every tone?
It's better than going up than down. 봄.
Right, so 나만 means only me. 봄 is what?
My Korean teacher's name was 봄.
볼빨간사춘기. That's a mouthful. And so, for short, I realized in English they spell it as BOL4, BOL4. And they're back with a new EP. It's called Puberty Book. Well, in case you guys don't know, 볼빨간사춘기, 사춘기 means puberty, and 볼빨간 means red-cheeked. So it's like red-cheeked puberty. And I don't know why they went. I'm actually, if I ever get to meet them, I'm gonna ask them, why did you name yourselves Red-Faced Puberty? It's such an interesting name and concept. Like, I don't know. Would you? I don't think I'd name myself Puberty in English, but I think it's okay because it's in Korean. Like, it doesn't have that awkward. Maybe it is an awkward teenage thing. I don't know. I've never understood it, but I'm actually very curious. But these talented 2 ladies have been putting out hit after hit after hit, and it's been almost a year since they last released their song. Their last song was 여행, Travel, right, which also took over the charts when it was released then. 볼빨간사춘기, BOL4, composed of 2 members, 안지영, who's the main vocals, and Woo Ji-yoon, and she does like every instrument in the world and backup vocals and rapping and all that stuff. And I guess their main brand and the songs that they like to sing about is love and the various emotions that you kind of come about when you're coming of age and you're going through puberty and that kind of stuff. But they had not released music in quite some time, and I think it was about time they had a comeback. And I'm kind of glad they waited, because once their songs started taking off, they were all over the charts, to the point that I think some people were like, okay, we need a break from these ladies. And they had a nice break, and that's why they're back and they're still on top of the charts. It's like been between BTS and 볼빨간 on the charts here, which is kind of, if you're up against BTS and you're still charting that high, that's very, very, that's very impressive. And that means that people love your music that much. But again, like, these ladies have great melodies and very, very special vocal tone, and I love it. The song itself is about having a crush, but not wanting to dive straight into a cliche spring romance. And I think it makes sense. Like, if you aren't living in Korea, you may not understand like the cultural aspect of it, but every spring is just spring love season, and every song that is released is about falling in love in the spring. I literally have a song called Spring Love with Wendy. Okay, there's so many spring songs, and I feel like everybody has one. Busker, IU. I have like multiple with Wendy and Homie. There's the Loco and the G-Friend one. There's a ton. And then there's like your anti-spring love songs by like 십센치 and these people. So every spring, you're kind of looking forward to like, okay, what's the spring song of the year? And clearly this year, it is BOL4's new song called 나만 봄. 나만 means only me. 봄 is spring, so spring only for me. Their music video, they're dressed up as Cupid. They're going on dates and being struck with arrows and that kind of stuff. And shot in Japan. Very, very pink and pretty and beautiful and very befitting of them. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys haven't listened to BOL4, go ahead and take a listen to them. They're, all over the charts in terms of their musical successes. Some of their other past hits have included Some 탈 거야, 여행 travel, and Tell Me You Love Me. And they've also raked in the awards. 2017 New Artist of the Year, 2018 본상 for Tell Me You Love Me. And yeah, fun fact though, they were school friends in their small hometown of Yeongju. And this is how small Yeongju is. Yeongju didn't even have a McDonald's. That's small. And Korea has like everything everywhere. So if you don't have a McDonald's, that means you're like in the way boonies. Like way boonies. Right? And the first appeared with two other classmates on an audition program, which is how the duo got known and they got signed. And also, here's a random fact that I found out about long after, is that they asked me to feature on a song, and my label never told me. And I totally would have done it, and I had no idea that they asked. So, not that they'll probably ever listen to this podcast, but ladies, if you're listening, I would be more than happy to work on a song together with you guys. So, hit me up, and let's put a song together. I don't know. Can you speak English? They're probably not listening to this. Maybe people will listen to this to learn English in Korea. Is that what I need to do with my life? Just teach English now? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I could teach you guys Korean. I can teach the Koreans English. I can be the gatekeeper of languages on K-pop Daebak with Eric Nam. Let's just move on to our next artist. Our next artist is BLACKPINK with Kill This Love. Let's kill this love. Okay, can you give us an intro into BLACKPINK Kill This Love? And cue. Kill this love! I don't know what to say. All right.
Why am I doing this?
If you guys don't know who BLACKPINK is, you guys have clearly been sleeping not under a rock. You've been sleeping under like a boulder inside of a cave, buried under a waterfall next to some underwater volcano. Because it's BLACKPINK, y'all. Kill This Love is the first single and title track from their new EP. And this is, I guess, comes at the end of a pretty I don't want to say a hiatus because they were active everywhere, but it's been a while since we had some new music from them. It's distributed by Interscope Records, which is their new label out in the States. The song is produced by Teddy Park, RT24, and Becca Boom. The music video dropped on April 4th and had over 56 million views in the first 24 hours, which is incredible. And yeah, if you guys should know, right? YG, their hit maker, their main guy is Mr. Teddy Park, and he has written so many hits. But you know who else I really love and who's a part of this song is Becca Boom. Becca Boom is a really, really, really great songwriter and vocalist, and she has written some really big hits. She took a big part in Taeyang's Eyes, Nose, Lips. You know that song, right? 너의 눈, 코, 입. She did, she did Boombaya. She did Whistle for BLACKPINK. She did Island for Winter. She did Doo 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 for BLACKPINK. And she has a lot. So she's super talented. So it's great to see her name pop up again here next to Mr. Teddy Park. The music video and the song themes itself is, pretty much regarding the duality of love and people, right? Love is great, but it's also doomed, oftentimes. And I guess it's kind of, let's kill this love, let's cut this off before this gets any deeper, before we hit inevitable heartbreak. So there's a lot of contrast consistently in this music video. Heaven versus hell, innocence versus sin. And at one point, I thought this was very, very well done and very a fun visual thing to see, is that they're dancing and it's inside of a big bear trap. Like I don't know if you guys hunt bears where you guys are from, but I feel like if you guys have seen any TV shows or history books, there's that thing where a bear can step on it and it just clamps the foot kind of thing, and it looks very dangerous. But I thought it was very witty and a cool idea to see them dancing in this huge trap. And the other cool thing about this song is half of the song is in English. Jenny and Lisa do a full thing in English. And I guess it's really cool to see that these ladies are really moving into the, Western music pop world. Not only with this song and with their new deal with Interscope, but also because they are the first K-pop girl group ever to be performing at Coachella. So they just performed the other day. The reviews are in. It's been great. People are loving it. I got hit up. My brothers got hit up. All of my friends got hit up. They're like, y'all know BLACKPINK? Because this is insane. So I think people really had a blast. And I was watching some videos on the social medias, and looks like they killed it as always. So it's really great to see these ladies really come into their own and really take over the world in their own right. This pretty much kicks off their, in your area US tour. They're doing 2 weekends at Coachella. So I believe Coachella, it's the same lineup over 2 weekends. So I think according to the schedule, they did Coachella first weekend, they start their tour this week, and then they do the second weekend of Coachella. And yeah, so congratulations to the ladies. And obviously, you guys know they're just killing it. They had only 9 songs prior to this new EP, and they've pretty much taken over the world with girl group Phenomenal Power with 9 songs. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they can go, because they have a very, very, I want to say, a diverse array of talent in this group. I think Rose, okay, here's a question. She spells it with a what do you call it? A thingamajigger on top of the E?
The accent.
Why can't I think today? It's an accent on top of the E. So in my head, I'm just like, okay, it's Rose. But then I'm like, she has an accent. Do I have to call her Rose? If you see an accent on top of an E, you're assuming that it should be Rose. Yeah. I'm just curious. But anyways, that's a stupid sidetrack. Very, very talented ladies. Rose was born in New Zealand and grew up in Australia, so she has that awesome Aussie accent. Jenny spent some time living in New Zealand as well as a kid. Lisa is Thai and fluent in English, Korean, and Thai. And Chizu is born and raised in Korea. But they're very, very, I think, well balanced in terms of, just their linguistic abilities and being able to speak to different press and people in interviews, and I think that's been really cool to see them be able to present themselves in a really cool way internationally. And aside from, them just being really, really badass and having a great image, I personally just really love Rose's voice. She has like this crazy tone that kind of gives me shivers, and then she does this bending when she sings that goes up, which is a very like stylistically, I want to say it's kind of like I feel like YG was really good at doing that, but she's kind of made it her own thing as well. Like, if you guys are vocalists, you guys know what I'm talking about. But when you sing a song, when you sing a certain word, there's bending in a note, but she does a really good job of bending notes up. If you guys want to study music, I'm just saying. Anyways. But yeah, so the ladies, they're back with Kill This Love. I'm stoked about it. I love the music video. But if there's anything that I'm excited about, it's actually their future and just to see where they go. And so congratulations. Keep doing your thing, ladies. And all you, it's Blinks, right? That's a fan club name, right? Blinks are probably incredibly proud of you because we are all proud of you guys. So next, we got to talk about another group that we're very, very incredibly proud of. It's BTS. They're back, guys. They're back. Now we need an intro into BTS. Boy with Love featuring Halsey. And cute.
I can't do BTS this injustice.
Okay. They're back with their new album, Map of the Soul Persona. And they released a single and the music video, actually the entire album, on April 12th. And the title track is Boy with Love, and it features Halsey. And when I first watched the trailer, I was like, oh my God. I got super, super excited. Halsey has been obviously a good friend and supporter of BTS for some time now. So I'm not very surprised by the feature. To be quite frank, I feel like these guys are close to everybody in the world right now. So they can have some amazing, amazing talents on their album. As you know, Ed Sheeran wrote a song for them as well on this album. They had, I think, 3 million pre-orders before the release of the album, which is unheard of, you guys. Who does that? Only BTS does that. They broke the record for the most music video views in 24 hours, over 80 million views within a 24-hour period, and the fastest music video to ever reach 100 million views. Their comeback to the stage was on SNL with a performance, and the Korean comeback will be this week in Korea. It was also announced during SNL that BTS will give their world premiere performance of Boy with Love with Halsey at this year's Billboard Music Awards in May. Man! Okay, so I'm so excited about this. I still haven't seen or heard this video at all. And it's intentional because I wanted to do it here and just give a very, very frank reaction. So I'm really excited. I've literally been avoiding streaming platforms.
This is your Game of Thrones.
This is my Game of Thrones. All right, BTS album drop is my Game of Thrones. I need to watch Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones too, but I need to just go ahead and watch this thing. So, where is this? I need to plug into my computer, and I can't wait to watch this music video. Guys, I'm so excited. So before we go into watching the music video was actually shot by Loonpens and Nam Hyunwoo. And Loonpens directs almost exclusively for BTS now. And Nam Hyunwoo, is actually a good friend of mine. He shot my Honestly and Potion videos, and he's also a Nam. I'm a Nam, so we have a very familial relationship. I call him Grandpa. But super, super great guy. They also did the other award-winning music videos such as Idol and Spring Day. So, without further ado, I'm going to watch this music video, and I'm so much excited. Oh my gosh. It's on.
Please excuse us as Eric proceeds to react to Boy with Love, but due to copyright we cannot include the actual Boy with Love music, so therefore enjoy Eric's oohs and ahs and singing along to Boy with Love. Thank you.
Okay, it's Halsey. It's all pink. So much pink. Wow. The set is so cool. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. And then a boy boy with love, and a boy with love. Well, that was cool. I like it. I liked it. I was surprised because I thought it would be a lot less pop than it is. It's very, very pop. And I love pop, guys. I absolutely love pop. But it was just not what I was expecting from BTS. When I think of BTS, I think of like crazy, like very dramatic kind of thing. But it was a very refreshing, I guess, change from what they have been doing recently. Or like the BTS that I have kind of ingrained in my head. And I think the music video, like any of their music videos, was beautifully shot. The colors are great. The transitions are really cool, and they have a lot of cool references to different, I think, artists and different interesting things going on that they always reference. That you kind of have to look deeper into. But yeah, I could see that being on my playlist, as usually they are. I think I have to listen to it a few more times to really get into it. But so yeah, I guess the major theme in this, it looked very Hollywood, like almost like Universal Studios set design kind of thing, which is cool. And I guess they had some dancing on piano keys. They had some dancing into the street lights from La La Land. And then we see the kind of old school hat and suit with the umbrella, kind of like a reference to Singing in the Rain in RM's verse. And I don't know, I really like the colors in this. Quite honestly, I think visually it was really cool. Yo, and V Taeyoung's blue hair, whoa, that was cool. I think if I ever pulled that off, my hair would just burn off my head. Because if you guys have ever bleached your hair, then you know that stuff is painful. But yeah, I think I'll have to like look into the lyrics a little bit more, and maybe I'll like have a lot more interesting stuff to say when I like dig into it. But I think from the research that I've done and the notes that we have here, you know, the music video and the song and all that pink, it's like intentionally leaning into a more feminine side, you know, which touches on how a boy with love is a strong, powerful asset and not necessarily a weakness or anything. Like, I guess it's a touch on toxic masculinity in a way, if we could make the argument for that. Maybe not, but I don't know. It was good. It was cool, and now I have to go watch like all the SNL things. I gotta watch the SNL performances. I have to listen to the entire album. I saw that some of my friends are writers on this album. They have, obviously, as they always do, some great writers on their album. Some of my friends from LA are on there. It's really cool to see how BTS have been working, I guess, on their music and their artistry over the past few years. And I'm excited to work with them on some stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I have a song with somebody in that group, and we've been working on it, and we haven't finished it. We gotta finish it. At one point, hopefully, it'll see the light of day, but we've been kind of taking our time with it and trying to make it work as naturally as we possibly can. But man, I can't wait to see them in concert. I'm gonna go see them. I have never seen them in concert. Like, they used to invite me, and every time they invited me, I had like an event or a TV show, and I couldn't go. And so I've still never seen them, but I think I gotta see them now. I'm so zoned out of this. I'm struggling so much right now. It's always cool. Like, every once in a while, for example, on their last album, I had a song that I had received, and I was like, this is like too dark for me. Like, I don't know if I could pull this off. And then it ended up being on BTS's album. Yeah, so I have the original demo to that, and because the guys who wrote it, like, I have songs with them on my albums. Yeah. They're like, hey, like, check this song out. This might be good for you. And I heard it, and I was like, I don't know, this kind of deep. Like, this is very, like, because it's the version that BTS put out and the original demo that I had received was kind of different, in terms of just like the arrangement and the kind of stuff, and of course, vocally, very different. So I was like, I don't know, and then V comes over to my house and I think we're eating like pasta or something. He goes, "Hey, do you want to hear this song?" And he plays it for me. He's like, "Wait, I have that song." He goes, "No, we're doing this song." I was like, "But I literally have this song on my phone." And so we had a moment. I was like, "Oh, so you guys are cutting? That's cool." Because, I was like, "This is not the best song that fits me," but I'm glad they took it because it's a great song. And so I remember I called one of the writers on it. I was like, "Yo, I heard you got a BTS cut," and he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." He's like, "Well, I think BTS is recording your song." He's like, I haven't heard anything." And then like a few weeks later, he's like, "Yo, you're right. BTS is taking our song." I was like, "Congrats, that's huge." So it's really cool, like, when because Suga and I talk music quite often, and when we share song ideas and we share songs and demos and things kind of overlap and we know similar people and they're all like good friends. But I can't wait to listen to the rest of this album. Map of the Soul, Persona. I'm going to have some more thoughts on this probably on the next podcast. But anyways, speaking of Map of the Soul, I think we do have to go ahead and acknowledge that a big influence on BTS members, RM and Suga particularly, Epic High, they had an album that dropped about 10 years ago called Map the Soul. And Map the Soul was, I guess, the first independent album that they had put out on Epic High's indie new label. And if you're a BTS fan, then you guys will all know that a lot of these members are very, very heavily influenced by Epic High and Tableau. And Suga actually collaborated on a track for Epic High's latest album, Sleepless in Blank, and was referred by Tableau to feature on solo artist Isora single Song Request as well. I thought it'd be something cool to point out because I think this podcast is a cool way to talk about current releases, but also kind of hark back to older releases when we can and if we can. So Epic High's Map the Soul album 10 years ago. I can't speak. Anyways, Epic High's Map the Soul album released 10 years ago, so check it out if you guys have time. And if you don't want to time travel that far, you guys also know that Epic High has a new album that released maybe a month ago, and it's called Sleepless in Blank. So let's just talk about that real quick. Epic High's title song off that album is Love Drunk. 술이 달다 means love drunk, but 술이 달다 literally means like alcohol is so good, it tastes sweet, like, that kind of thing. It features Crush. And Epic High always has the craziest lineup of features and people on their album. You have featuring from Crush and 선우정아, and you have IU in the music video, and it's this martial arts, like cinematic, black and white, amazing, epic music video. Who else do they have? Obviously, they have Suga on it as a collaborator. And I think if you guys haven't checked it out, Epic High is obviously legendary. Great friends. They're like family to myself and my brothers, but they're just legends. So if you guys haven't heard Epic High's latest stuff or any other stuff, just check it out. You're going to love it. And so Love Drunk, Tabo said it's about a moment after a first breakup or a painful incident when you understand why people say alcohol tastes sweet. 술이 달다. I think I said that a few days ago after I hadn't had a drink in a few weeks because I've been preparing for this festival and I've just been super stressed. And I had like a shot and I was like, oh, that tastes so good. I literally looked at my team. I go, oh, 술이 왜 이렇게 달지? Which means 술이, why does this alcohol taste so sweet? But yeah, Epic High, if you guys are not aware, they're currently on tour in the United States and Canada. They just finished their Europe tour. I think they're maybe now halfway done through their US tour, their North American tour. So if you guys haven't done so, check it out, get tickets. I don't know if there are even many tickets left, but epichigh.com, get the tickets. They put on an amazing show. I've guested at their show. They've guested at my show. They're just hilarious and amazing performers. So I don't think the tickets are that expensive either. Like, I know for a fact that Epic High and myself, we're both internationally managed by my brother Eddie, and we are very, very intentional when it comes to ticket pricing to make it as affordable as possible, so y'all can just come and enjoy good music. Tabo has also been posting up a lot of vlogs and streams and behind the scenes kind of stuff on their YouTube channel and IG stories, and it's actually hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, the stuff every day I'm on Instagram, and then whatever's new from Tabo, I check it out just because I know it's a guaranteed laugh, because he's just cynical and he's a genius. Anyways, let's just go ahead and start wrapping up the show here today. I feel like I've just rambled for a long time. And on that note, you guys, this podcast is changing and evolving with you guys, the fans. We are working to adjust things and reframe things according to what you guys want to hear, what you guys are interested in, and what you guys want. So the only way we can do that is if you guys send us comments and like notes and constructive criticism. You can do it on our social media handles. Go to Daebak Show, Daebak Show on Instagram and Twitter, and tell us the artists and music that you want me, Eric Nam, to take a closer look at in the future. And if you can, go ahead and leave us a kind rate and review on iTunes so that we can be heard and seen by more people like yourselves who love K-pop and music. Anything else? Let's just have a random. I'm gonna have a quick, like a decompression session. Okay, I'm just gonna start rambling about things.
Okay.
Let's just start rambling.
How are you?
I'm not good. Clearly, I'm not good. I'm not okay. It's been a long few weeks, to be very blunt. It's a lot of album prep, a lot of performing. I have an upcoming tour in Europe. We're doing 12 shows in 18 days starting June 4th. And so we have that. I have a new song coming out very soon, so we have to record it, mix it, master it, shoot the music video, do the photos. We're going through that, working on a bunch of side projects, and trying to stay sane. It's been a challenge. You see me.
Yeah, I've seen your house.
Yeah, my house is a mess, guys. It is absolutely disgusting.
That's where you and V eat pasta?
Well, when I have people over, we're very, we clean up and whatever. But yeah,
Do you cook?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll cook.
He's pretty good at cooking.
I'm not a bad
Give
cook,
you that.
but there was one time he was like, "Can you make me food?" I was like, "Are you serious right now?" He's like,
Who did, your brother?
"No, V." It's like, "Yeah, okay, all right." And so I made pasta because I was like the only thing I could do at the moment. What else is new? What else is cool? I am meeting up with my good friend Sam Kim this week, and we're gonna do a cool interview. And I think part of that we'll probably put onto our future podcast, snippets and clips of it that we find interesting. And Sam Kim, if you guys haven't heard his music, also an incredibly amazing musician, singer, songwriter. He's from the States, and I haven't seen him in a minute. I haven't seen him in a while. He's been crazy busy. I've been crazy busy. We had concerts on the same days in different places, and so it's been kind of nuts. But I'm excited to talk to him and kind of have a conversation. So that's like the other thing that I'm working on. I'm trying to have real conversations with other artists. That is not just like, tell me about this song, but more of a real dialogue that really dives deep into who this person is, where this person comes from, why do they make the music that they make, and I don't know, just like talk crap like friends do, And so I'm gonna start that off with Sam, because Sam's just he's like a talented dude, and he's a nice kid, and he always has something funny to say. So that wraps it for this week's episode of K-Pop Daebak episode 2 with me, Eric. Now, I'm sorry this episode was not probably the best. I need to get some sleep before. Or next time we should just drink alcohol as we do this. That's the other option.
Ooh.
Right? But anyways, you guys, please do send us your comments and follow this on whatever platform, and just love us, please, because we need your affection and affirmation. So we're gonna wrap it up. We have an outro song coming to you live from Seoul.
K-pop, Daebak with Eric No.
Dude, you should sell this stuff.